In the first of many cuts to come, the Eagles are letting go of Nigel Bradham. And you just gotta wonder, what the hell are we gonna do at linebacker now? Dallas still stinks. Yo, everybody doing? King Dingbat here, and I'm having a great day. I'm doing well. It's just a beautiful day. Hope you guys are doing well too. Now, we finally got some Eagles movement. They're finally making some moves. It's been quiet for like about 2 weeks. And of course, the first thing they do is they cut somebody. And I think there's a lot more players getting ready to get cut. But the first guy, the first casualty, is of no surprise. It's Nigel Bradham. I talked about this in previous videos. I expected this to happen. Basically, the Eagles had an option with him this year. And if they didn't take that option, they were pretty much tied to him for the next 2 years at about $10 million a year. So they don't want to take that option. They don't want to be tied down. They cut him. They save about $4.5 million in cap space. They eat about $5 million because he was like $9.3 million under the cap. I forget what the exact number is. But Nigel Bradham is gone. He is gone. I thank him for everything he did for the Eagles. I thought his best year was in 2017. The game I will always remember with him is that Carolina game where we went into Carolina and beat them. I thought he had an amazing game. He got hurt the last 2 years, and this was bound to happen. The Eagles don't value linebackers the way other teams do. So I can't see them paying a linebacker $10 million a year for the next 2 years and beyond. I just can't see it. Now, I got to say this. There's always a chance that Nigel Bradham could get cut, could go out in a free agency market, not get what he wants, come back to the Eagles, at a better value. That's happened before. Timmy Jernigan would be a perfect example, so keep an eye on that. Will they go out and sign somebody like a Corey Littleton or somebody like that? Which, I wonder about his fit in the 4-3. But, the Eagles, in their history, especially the last 19, 20 years, they don't value linebacker that much. I can't see them going and breaking the bank in free agency for linebacker. Now, they need linebackers. Let's be honest. This team needs linebackers bad. I mean, our current linebackers on our roster is TJ Edwards, who I like, who I think has some upside, and I think the Eagles think that too. Then you have Nate Gary, who I think is too small to be a every down type linebacker. And then you have Duke Riley, and I think he stinks. Okay? I mean, he's okay for special teams, but that's your linebackers. The Eagles got to go out and address this. Camus Grugier-Hill's walking in free agency. I don't know that he'll be back. Maybe they plan on bringing him back. But from what I understood of everything with Camus Grugier-Hill, you know what? I can't see him coming back either. So what are the Eagles going to do at linebacker? I don't know. Here's what I do know. Here's what I believe. I don't believe they'll spend money on a top linebacker. That never seems to happen. I can't see them drafting a linebacker in the first round, in the second round, maybe not even the third round. They don't take them that high. Jordan Hicks was taken high, but that was Chip Dip Kelly took him, and that was like, that was something that's not. Sorry, I can't talk. But that's not something that's going to happen often. That was Chip Kelly, and he's gone. I don't think the Eagles are going to get a linebacker in the first, second, or third round. So what are they going to do at linebacker? I have no idea. I do know Jim Schwartz has a lot of influence over the Eagles front office and Howie, and he has a lot to say. So maybe he'll be like, look, you got to step up and go out and get me somebody. And that would be great. I personally feel that the Eagles over the last 20 years have not valued linebackers good enough. They have not done it good enough. The year we won the Super Bowl, you had Bradham, who was having a great year. Kendricks was good. You had Jordan Hicks before he got hurt. You had decent linebackers. the years under Andy Reid, we were going to all these NFC Championship games. I don't know why they didn't like linebackers, but when you had Carlos Emmons, Jeremiah Trotter, you had those guys. You think back to Willie T, William Thomas. I remember growing up, Seth Joyner, Byron Evans, Jesse Small. I mean, you always had good linebackers, and then something happened, and for whatever reason, the Eagles don't seem to value it like other teams do. And I hope that they go out and get a decent replacement, because right now, when it comes to the linebacker position, we have nothing. We have nothing. So we got a lot of work to do at the linebacker position. So whether it be getting an early pick, drafting, bringing in a guy like a Corey Littleton or somebody like that, we'll have to see. But the Eagles are going to have to address the linebacker position. And if they don't want to pay Nigel Bradham $9 million, I don't know that they're going to want to pay somebody else. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Hopefully they address it. But I do have my concerns. Now, I think this is the first of many moves to come. I think the Eagles are going to cut a lot of these older players. I think guys like Jason Peters, I think are going to be gone. The move I'm interested in, and the thing that I want to know is, what are the Eagles going to do with Alshon Jeffrey? Because I was listening to Bleeding Green Nation podcast, and they were saying that basically the Eagles don't want him back. They believe he's the cancer. They believe he was the one ratting out Carson Wentz, and they just think that it's not good to bring him back. And if that's the case, then the Eagles are going to be willing to either trade him after June 1st so they save some money, or they're going to just cut him and eat the dead money. Now, teams every once in a while will eat dead money, so that happens. But I think the next big shoe to drop for the Eagles is going to be Alshon Jeffrey. I don't know what they're going to do with him, but we may find out sooner rather than later, especially if they're just like, eat the dead money, get rid of him, the hell with it. They may do it. I mean, the Giants did it last year when they traded Odell Beckham. They just ate like $15 million in dead money. It happens. So we'll see. But I think from what I was listening to of the podcast and stuff like that, it doesn't sound like the Eagles have any intentions of bringing him back. So I think that's one guy who you're going to see gone. I think Jason Peters, like I said, is another guy you're going to see gone. Of course, you got guys like Nelson. It's just Nelson. He's leaving anyway, so we don't have to worry about him. But I expect this team to have quite a few more cuts, to get younger, and to hopefully get faster. And I really hope at the linebacking position that they value it. You don't have to make it top priority. You don't have to go spend the most money at the linebacker position, but get guys who are at least competent that could come in and play. Bradham could at least play, and now they're letting him go. You're losing Grugier Hill. We have, like I said, we have Nate Gary, TJ Edwards, and Duke Riley as our three linebackers. We got to do better than that. So whether it's free agency, the draft, or a trade, the Eagles, please address the linebacking position and take care of it. So that's what's happening today so far. First of many moves to come. Hope you guys are doing good. Hope you have a great day. With that said, take care. Talk to you later. And don't be a dingbat.